Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for October 1st. October 1st is the 274th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 275th in leap years, with 91 days remaining to the end of the year. October 1st is also the first day of the fourth quarter of the year. Today's word is moniker. Moniker is a noun that means name, especially a nickname or an alias. And with that, we'll start way back in 1553 with the coronation of Queen Mary I of England. Look out though, because she was also the one known as Bloody Mary. And why was that? Well, she was a devout Roman Catholic and was totally against the English Reformation, which sought to allow Protestant Christianity. She was so against it that she sought to reverse the Reformation and return England to a Roman Catholic state, such that during her 5-year reign, she had 280 religious dissenters burnt at the stake, earning her the moniker of Bloody Mary. 280 people in 5 years. A book called Mrs. Beeton's Book of Household Management was published on October 1st, 1861. It's described as an extensive guide to running a household in Victorian Britain, and indeed it is quite extensive and detailed. Advice and/or instruction on how to run a household and many, many recipes. Apparently, Mrs. Beeton copied some of her favorite recipes from other sources, which might be considered plagiarism today. So I'm not sure what to say about that exactly, except that you have this incredible wealth of information all in one place in a single publication. I was curious to see if I could find out anything about the way it was written or what it contained, and discovered that, by golly, there's a PDF copy of it on Gutenberg.org. I placed a link in the show notes for you if you're also curious about what this book contains. No matter where exactly that she got her recipes, apparently such a book was needed because it sold 60,000 copies in its first year of publication. Still a hot seller when Mrs. B passed away 4 years later. The first editions after her death also contained an obituary notice. And best I can tell, the book has continued in publication in one form or another until this very day, where I found it at Gutenberg.org. The first game of the Modern World Series was played on October 1st, 1903. It was the Boston Americans versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates won the first game 7-3, but this was a best-of-9 series, and the Boston team prevailed 5-3. They actually won the last 4 of the series. This is the birthday of Jimmy Carter, born October 1st, 1924. He was the 39th President of the United States and a Nobel Prize laureate. This is the birthday of American actor George Peppard, born October 1st, 1928. He had some significant roles in his life. I imagine my favorite, though, is his portrayal of Colonel John Hannibal Smith in the TV show The A-Team. I love it when a plan comes together. George Peppard lived to the age of 65. This is the birthday of English actress and singer Julie Andrews, born October 1st, 1935. I remember her in Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday, Julie Andrews. Germany annexed Sudetenland on October 1st, 1938. This was an area of Czechoslovakia around the edge where German-speaking people lived. The phrase, "In God We Trust," first appeared on U.S. paper currency October 1st, 1957. On October 1st, 1982, Epcot opened at Walt Disney World in Florida. I've been there a couple times, and the first time I went, one of the staffers asked my party if we knew what Epcot means. And we didn't. And so she said it means Every person comes out tired. Not really, though. It's an acronym. It means Experimental Planned Community of Tomorrow, EPCOT. Yeah. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. I often do. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes. Don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with others with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. That's a little choppy. Okay, just leave that part out. I dictate these sometimes, and it's funny what Siri thinks I mean to say. I made a typo and I don't know what it's supposed to say. That sounds like a pretty ambitious project. Not the first day, but the birthday. I guess the birthday is the first day. This is what happens when you don't clean up your script. I might leave that part out. I don't know how all that's going to go together, or if it's even going to make it to the video. We'll just see. That's not going to go. Yeah, we're going to cut those out. That'll all be laying on the cutting room floor. So I'll just do that whole thing over. That might not make it into the video. We'll see. Changing it up.